Hey, welcome back. Cooking in the Kitchen, still here with Baz. We've been having some great banter on telling stories in the break, and hopefully he's going to bring some more. Tell us
Well,
more.
I've got a few, you know. It depends what you want to hear and how clean I can keep them. It has to be clean, doesn't it?
That's right.
Aye, it does.
Well, in the first half, we got your history from where you started getting the guitar. We got through to how you progressed, got a record deal, ended up playing with a well-known band, touring. I mean, where are you up to now with life? What are you doing? Are you recording, touring?
We've just finished a fortnight of quite intense rehearsals. We're recreating a Stranglers album from 1978 called Black and White.
All right.
Which we're going to play in its entirety.
Is that brutal for you, the fact that it's called Black and White?
It's... I asked them if they could change it to red and white, but they told us to get stuffed. It's a seminal album, and it's actually the first Stranglers album that I bought. I was 14 when it came out.
That must be amazing for you, the fact that...
I know. Well, I mean, certainly when... Back in our day and age, and I'm sure you relate to this, I used to get the bus to the town to get the records that I wanted, and then on the way home, I mean, it's a tangible 12-inch thing that you can look at and smell the sleeve and take it out and read the liner notes. And it's a thing. It was like something that you'd...
But it was precious. It had a value to it,
Absolutely, and especially if you'd worked hard to save the pennies up to get it, you know. So I got that record, went home, played it to absolute death, and that signposted me to go back to the first two, because it was the third album they made. Right. And it's, in a lot of circles, it's known as, or heralded as probably one of the first, if not the first, sort of post-punk. I won't say new wave, but you know what I mean. The punk thing had moved to, and not that the Stranglers were ever a punk band anyway.
No, but the one that cusp of that in the sense that they had the production values, but they still had the energy of the songs.
And plus they were all sort of mid to late 20s, and in one case the drummer was in his early 30s.
Really? All right.
So they were great musicians. They could really play. And I mean, if you listen to some of the, I mean, I get asked a lot in interviews, you know, about what do you think the secret is of the longevity of the band, and it's simple. It's just the enduring quality of the songs. You know, those songs just had something about them, and you know, and when it's time to tour, picking a set list is the devil's own job. And when we play some of the newer stuff, it's right in there with the old stuff. I mean, there's always going to be people who want to hear the old stuff and they want to, you know, get the nostalgia vibe. But I mean, we are not on a nostalgia trip. That's the kiss of death. That's anathema for us. You know, you've got to go out. I mean, Jesus Christ, they know a thing or two about writing a decent song. They were together a long time before I came along. You know,
so there's a bit of history there, which always
without a doubt. And of course, you've got you know, I mean, and of course, apart from anything, some of those old songs are just wonderful to play. You know. I've seen you there. I've seen you doing your thing in your own space, in your own time, and that's just fine. But where do you go? And have you been somewhere lately where you've seen you'd be carefree if not for me? Look back on the time when our paths first came together, gazing at a yellow Dutch moon. Do it soon. Remember my face and the places it took you, gazing at a yellow Dutch moon. Time when our paths first came together, gazing at a yellow Dutch moon. Do it soon. Remember my face and the places it took you, gazing at a yellow Dutch moon. I sensed you go. I sensed you leaving behind all that we'd have. In an instant, you're a firebrand. Now I curse the moon, forever leading me gently by my hand to your land. My hand to your land. My hand to your land. My hand to your land.
So tell us a bit about touring.
It's fantastic.
You still enjoying it?
Absolutely, aye. It's obviously the older you get, the more demands it makes on you, and you can't go out kicking your heels at 3 and 4 o'clock every morning like
Well, you tucked up in the tour bus at 11:30 now, or?
Tour bus sometimes. The last big European tour we did. Let me think. We did 5 weeks, 15 countries. 27 or 28 gigs, and it was pretty tiring. That's a
stint.
Like, aye, it is. And when I
Even
go
for
home,
youngins, that's a
when I go home, I slept for 3 days.
Did you?
Yeah, aye. But I mean, these days, no, we just did a European tour in November, and we played 16 shows in 19 days.
How do you find the audience nowadays? Is it a new generation that's come through from the parents' records?
Absolutely,
Is
that's
it?
absolutely right. I mean, it's. I mean, there's a lot of the old diehards still come.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to know about any band, all you've got to do is press a button and look at the screen, and it's all there for you.
Information's great,
absolutely, aye. So I think there's a lot of people do that. I mean, it's amazing. We find it very heartening when we play some of the newer material, and you look down and there's teenagers in the audience and they're singing all the words to the new songs. You know, not the more established ones.
That's very impressive. Isn't
It can. That
must get you buzz. That still.
It does. It does, and I mean, that's important. You know, you've got to feel that you're valid in sort of wanting to continue. I mean, we never, like I said earlier, we never sort of allude too much to nostalgia, although obviously it's still there.
Give us one more song before you go.
All right.
What are you going to do this time?
Well, I thought I might do it.
I think you just dropped it on the floor.
Did I drop it? Oh, I did. Oh, hang on, I've got another one.
You got another one?
It's live, folks.
Aye.
Hang on, here we go. Let me see. There you go now. Oh, I can't use that. That's a bass player's one. Well, I've got that in my pocket for you. You can have that.
Thanks.
Aye.
The girly bass player one. Oh, it's got Stranglers written on it.
Aye, it's a
frame.
signature custom plectrum. I was going to do an old Stranglers tune. Actually.
Go for it.
Nothing to do with me, but I'll play it anyway. Came across the West Sea, we didn't have much idea of the kind of climate waiting. We used our hands for guidance like the children of a preacher, like a dry tree seeking water for a daughter. Nice and sleazy does it. Nice and sleazy, does it every time. Nice and sleazy, does it every time. Nice and sleazy, does it. And An angel came from outside, had no halo, had no father, with a coat of many colours. He spoke of brothers many, wine and women, sung a plenty. He began to write a chapter in his story. Nice and sleazy does it.